So, ladies and gents, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You think we're going to be getting Shuma-Gorath? Pronunciation, I've butchered it. I know. But look, to sweeten the deal, calm down. We've got Jasper. I know, just get off your keyboards, alright? It's fine. You thought we were going to be getting Shuma-Gorath. No, we're not. Shock horror. The monster's name has been revealed. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. And it's due to do with licensing and rights, actually. And this is kind of an interesting tale. It's essentially that Marvel stole the name. Which I know loads of fanboys are going to be hating on, but just calm down. Let's dive into it, because I think you guys will find this to be quite interesting. So, ladies and gents, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness merchandise leak reveals that the one-eyed monster's name is not who you think it is. No. This actually surprised me, quite frankly. I was not aware of this, and I'm a fan of the source material, but I wasn't aware of it. And I say I'm a fan, I'm not like a mega fan. And this shows, I guess you could say. So let's dive into it, right? A recent leak of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness merchandise has revealed just who the one-eyed monster... That's hilarious. Oh my god, one-eyed monster. The one-eyed monster is that Doctor Strange is fighting in the first teaser trailer for the film. Many suspected that the character was Shuma-Gorath, given the monster's likeness to the Marvel villain. However, the merchandise leak reveals the character, arguably one of, if not the only, things which has sparked interest in the film amongst even the most cynical of audiences, is an entirely unrelated Marvel character. Also, just as a real quick aside, does anyone remember that really old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon episode where there was that weird tangly monster thing at the end? Massively, whenever I see this creature for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I just picture that monster again. Does anyone remember it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was in the sewer, it was like this big cylindrical tube thing going down. It's, no, just me. Alright then. Anyway, so, featuring designs for several graphic t-shirts, the promotional images in question were brought to widespread attention on January 3rd, courtesy of the appropriately named Doctor Strange Updates fan news account. Crazy. According to 2 of the 6 shared designs, the fan favourite Devourer God of the Eternal ever was... will not be referred to as Shuma-Gorath in the MCU, instead bearing the name Gargantos. Gargantos. Hate it. That's a lame name. Not going to lie, that's a lame name. But never mind. So, here's all the promo art. You can see it here. T-shirts and things like that. Gargantos, kind of front and centre. It's a cool design, and it is Shuma-Gorath's design. It is. But yeah, it's called Gargantos. Gargantos! The green tentacled demon was further labelled as Gargantos on another shirt shared by the BR Marvel News fan account. This one seeing that the villain underneath a slightly psychedelic rendition of his new name. As you can see, bottom right. Hip, man. Yeah. So, here's the interesting thing that I think many people won't be aware of. And this isn't like a video to rag all over Marvel. Couldn't give a shit. It's just interesting to see the history of Marvel, It's a bit like iPhone. You remember NEC phones? Do you remember them? They used to do video calling before iPhone did. Anyway, though Marvel has not officially announced the character's identity, the possible reason for it to be Gargantos instead of Shuma-Gorath may actually have been to avoid legal issues relating to the character's namesake, which I think is fascinating stuff. I find this always incredibly intriguing things. So the All-Killer of the Dawn's physical appearance is itself the original Marvel creation. So you can see it here, right? This is the creation. This is what it is. And this character first appeared... obviously, it was in grey colour back then because of printing and things like that. They couldn't get colours exactly the same. But that was in Marvel Premiere Volume 1, number 10, 1973, as an adversary of Doctor Strange. And you can see it here, wrong, Strange. I am fully prepared to crush thee physically, face my true form and die. By the hoary hosts of Hogarth, or Hogoth. Anyway, I'm not going to continue with that bollocks. But you can see it here. This is the creation. However, his name was actually taken from a 1967 short story written by Conan the Barbarian creator Robert E. Howard, The Curse of the Golden Skull. Now, I like Robert E. Howard. I like Conan. Big fan. Not mega fan, big fan. Wasn't aware of this. Hence why I wanted to do a video. Because if I wasn't aware of it, there'll be other people that weren't either. So in this story, a deity of the same name is one of the many gods described by the magician Rotath for allowing him to die. And here you have the page here. It says, Rotath cursed the limitations of the flesh, wrote Howard. He felt his brain crumbling, and he cursed all the men of all the worlds. He cursed them by Hotath and Helgor, by Ra and Ka and Valkar. He cursed all men living and dead, and all generations unborn for 1,000,000 centuries to come, naming Vrama and Jagtanoga and Kama and Kolthas. He cursed humanity by the fane of the black gods, the tracks of the serpent ones, the talons of the ape lords, and iron-bound books of Shuma-Gorath. So, yeah, I mean, pretty cut and dry. First appearance. Predates. Anyway. But this is fascinating stuff. It's genuinely interesting to me. I think this is great. Interestingly, Marvel's Shuma-Gorath would eventually find itself intertwined with Howard's Hyborian adventures when the publisher held the rights to the classic Sword and Sorcery series, which is interesting. It's almost kind of a spit in the face, I guess. So in Conan the Barbarian, Volume 1, following Kulan Gath's and Vamatar's own quest to summon the evil one who sleeps in the vein, hopes of taking his power for himself, Shuma-Gorath appears before Conan and revealed himself to be an ancient enemy of the series' central deity, Crom. And you can see it here. So they sort of used their own design a little bit as well. It's interesting. So eventually, after Gorath and Vamatar are obliterated thanks to their own foolish belief that they could control him, Shuma-Gorath is banished back to his home dimension by Conan through the use of the Iron Books. And here you can see it all here. Yeah, and that's Marvel Comics that did that, which is interesting. So where did the name Gargantos come from? I hear you ask. Appearing for the first time in Submariner Volume 1, the name Gargantos originally belonged to a one-eyed, tentacled sea monster summoned by the villain Naga to protect him from the wrath of Namor. Though it at first takes the Prince of Atlantis by surprise, Namor quickly gains the upper hand, besting the creature by stabbing it in the eye. I mean, that's clearly not the same. It better not be the same monster. This better not be the same monster, because that's lame. So that's where it first appeared. I'm hoping that that's not going to be what we get, obviously. It is Shuma-Gorath in terms of appearance. It looks like the original creation that was in Doctor Strange. Doesn't look like Gargantos from Namor, does it? But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Is this new to you? New to me? Love to hear any and all thoughts, so drop them down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Love to have you here a little bit more. Hit that like button. Follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at MrH Reviews. And I've got a second channel linked in the description box. Thanks so much though, guys. Take care.